a question because I'm not really good at any of this stuff. So my question basically is I was able to get money from an IRA and I paid down my condo substantially. I guess from listening to you, I should have taken that money and reinvested in something else. I'm here in California and I paid down my condo. I think I owe like $60,000 now. And I was wondering, was that a good move? And the reason why I did that basically is because I kind of got like concerned in regards to the pandemic and all that stuff. So I thought since we work and we pay off our mortgage or whatever, we work to pay our mortgage, why not take the money that I have and pay down my condo? Was that a smart move?
Well, listen, here's what you want to do. Anytime you're asking a question about what I did or what I should have done, you need to be able to answer this question. How much money did you save, or how much money did it cost you to make your decision?
Well, it cost a lot. I had to pay a lot of penalties and taxes.
And see, that's the thing. So now, if you paid it to your mortgage, all right, then you would have to ask the question, how much money and interest did it save me? And if you don't know that, that is where we come in. You want to be able to answer that question. And so for anybody that's giving financial advice or answers, can I give you a little tip right here, TS?
Yes, please. Thank you.
They can give you all kinds of advice, but if they don't give you the numbers to back it up, don't you accept it? Give me numbers. Okay. Tell me how this decision is better for me with the numbers. If you do this, it's going to be better for you by about $50,000 or $100,000 over this particular decision. That's called opportunity cost. When you have an opportunity cost decision to make, then you want to know which one of these 2 or 3 or 4 options, which one is going to make me more money. But I can give you something basically. Do you have a notepad ready?
Yes.
Okay, now number 1, I'm going to tell you a little tip or trick that most people do not know. On some of your investment tools, you do not have to take the money out of the investment tool to invest in anything. There are loans that you can get against the investment tool. You use your investment tool as collateral to borrow against, and that way you can avoid penalties. Are you hearing me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I unfortunately, it was so crazy. I had to pay $25,000 in penalties and interest.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing I want you not to have to worry about. Don't look at how much you paid. Always look at how much you gain. I'm going to give you a little bit of an example here. All right. So I bought a bushel of apples for $10. I sold that bushel of apples for $20. How much did I pay for the apples?
Was it $10 or?
The answer is nothing. I paid nothing for the
Oh,
apples.
oh wow.
I bought
Okay.
the apples for 10, but I sold them for 20. In fact, my customers paid for the apples. I did not. So
Gotcha.
if you paid $25,000 in interest and penalties, but you saved a lot more money in interest on the loan, then you paid nothing. So don't feel bad about what you paid. Let's look at what you
Okay.
gained. And I can give you a little bit about that. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go to your example right now. Okay. Because I don't want you feeling bad about what you did. I want you to feel good about it. And I want you to leave here feeling good. What do you say?
Awesome.
All right.
That's great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put on the screen amortization schedule. And do you know what your mortgage principal and interest payment is? Just the principal and interest part. Do you know that right off the bat?
The principal and interest, I think, was 400 and something a month.
Let's do this. Okay. About how much did you borrow altogether? Let's do it this way.
It's a lot, but I borrowed $100,000.
How much did you borrow for your mortgage?
Okay, so well, I was paying $2,500 for my mortgage, and that's with
Mm-hmm.
the HOAs,
Mm-hmm.
principal and interest, and
Right.
my mortgage.
Right.
And so I borrowed $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is a lot, but I
Mhm.
had another 100,000, so I put $200,000 down on my
Okay.
condo.
All right. Well, good. So
And
here's what I'm hearing. I need to know the original amount of the loan for the mortgage. The original amount of the loan.
oh, how much did I owe?
Yes. How much did you borrow for the mortgage?
My original amount was 345.
$345,000. Okay.
Sorry,
And what was your interest rate?
4.2%, I think.
4.2. Okay. Close enough. Was it a 30-year loan?
Yes, 30-year fix.
All right, 30-year fix. So that means your principal and interest payment on this loan is about $1,687.11. Okay? And then you started out at 345,000 and then you paid it down to 260,000.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. And so you put another $200,000 down. You put another $200,000 on it. And so now all you have left is 60,000 left to pay. Do I have it about right?
Yeah, I think around 60,000. Uh-huh.
All right. So I'm looking at the amortization schedule here, and you said you paid it down to 260,000. I'm looking at the amortization schedule, and I'm looking at about $260,000 right here. And that means that's after about 138 payments. Okay. After about 138 payments, that means you've paid off about 84,000 or $85,000, but it costs about $147,000 in interest to do that. Okay. That's where you are in the loan. So we're going to do another tab where we have about 260,000. Okay. We're going to duplicate the tab. 260,000. Okay. And 4.2%. Okay. 260,000. And we're going to change that up. We're putting in 260,000 that you still owe. 4.2%. The payment is $1,687.11. And this will tell us how many payments we have left. Okay. 222 payments left on this mortgage. And so this is what I'm looking at. You still owe in interest at this point $114,000 in interest. Okay. $114,000 in interest is how much you still owe. You follow me so far?
Mm-hmm.
All right. By putting $200,000 down, okay? And I'm going down here. That knocks off about another 184 payments. So you took $200,000 out of your savings and applied it to this mortgage. I'm going to tell you, you saved yourself $110,000 in interest by doing that.
Wow.
$110,000. I'm also going to put on the screen $110,000 in interest saved. And you paid out $25,000. Okay, we're going to subtract the $25,000 you paid to do this. 25,000. All right. So we've got, let me see, $110,000 in interest saved minus the 25,000 you paid to get it equals $85,000. So that means on that deal, you saved yourself $85,000 total. And you know what Benjamin Franklin said? A penny saved is a penny earned.
Right. Good.
So $85,000 saved is $85,000 earned. So if you saved $110,000 for doing this and it cost you $25,000 to get it, did it really cost you anything?
No, now that you break it down, it sounds like a great deal. It sounds like something good that I did. Thank you.
All right. So now here's the next question. Could we have optimized this and saved even more money by looking at all of the options? The answer is we might have been able to do that. But keep these things in mind when you're making any type of financial move. You want to know what your benefits are and what your costs are going to be. And with the P.I.L.L method, you can always know what your benefits are and what your costs are so that you can optimize your savings so you can save a lot more money. So there may have been another way to get the money so you could avoid it, even the $25,000 in fees. And that means you could have made more money, right?
Right.
So listen, don't worry about that right now. Just glory in the fact. Let's be happy that you saved yourself 85 grand.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.